Hello, welcome to Daily News from Marjayat TV. Al-Banin Institute commemorates World Day of Baqi Cemetery in Madagascar. On Sunday, Shawwal 7th, Al-Banin Institute hosted a conference to commemorate the World Day of Baqi Cemetery in Mahajanga city of Madagascar. This conference hosted groups of Shia believers and lovers of Ahlul Bayt, peace be upon them, who listened to a lecture by Sheikh Vasram, the representative of the Grand Jurist in Madagascar. During his remarks, Mr. Vasram insisted on reviving the commemoration of the World Day of Baqi as emphasized by the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi. Al-Banin Institute honors World Day of Baqi in Mayson province of Iraq. Al-Banin Institute, affiliated to the office of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in Mayson province of Iraq, commemorated the World Day of Baqi Cemetery. The commemorative ceremony was attended by groups of Shia believers and lovers of Ahlul Bayt, peace be upon them, who listened to a speech by Sheikh Fazil Khatib. The reciter, Sajjad Saidi, read some eulogies in honor of the Holy Ahlul Bayt, peace be upon them. Imam Shirazi World Foundation draws attention to post-coronavirus pandemic. Imam Shirazi World Foundation published a statement in which it invited all Muslim leaders, thinkers, and intellectuals to focus their efforts on coming up with plans for the post-coronavirus pandemic. Here are some parts of this statement. As the world is watching, the deadly coronavirus has crossed all geographical, racial, and religious barriers. All these realities should remind humanity that there is need for more compassion, solidarity, and intense collaboration on a global scale. In this sense, social classifications and oppressive systems have no place in the future, because the pandemic shows no respect for any supremacies of race and color. The coronavirus pandemic recalls the need for new sets of principles to be upheld, for conceited ambitions to be discarded, and for discrimination of any kind to be revoked. Therefore, all nations need to let go of their fancy and tribal bigotries and embrace new principles of inclusion and tolerance on all grounds. The wars, privation, and the spread of deadly diseases are threatening signals to humanity as a whole, and once coupled with politicized decision-making on humanitarian grounds, they have the power to stymie the advancement and progress of nations. Imam Shirazi World Foundation calls on all Muslim world leaders, Islamic thinkers, and the intellectuals to be prepared for the consequences and the aftermath of the coronavirus pandemic. Of these consequences, one can refer to the collapse of many economies, a shift in the form of our social behaviors, and the destruction of baseless barriers. All concerned parties need to fulfill their responsibilities and prevent more damages on the Muslim community by their unbiased and inclusive policies to ensure the sanctity of free speech, the pristine Islamic principles, and the rights of all human beings. At the moment, the Muslim nations need to foresee facilitations for their people in order to remedy issues like housing and unemployment. In addition, Muslim world leaders can revoke restriction of travel between all Muslim countries so as to facilitate free trade in the Muslim world. The adoption of a unified Islamic currency among all Muslim countries can also do a great deal to revive the economies of the Muslim countries. Above all, these policies can create a spirit of solidarity which will diffuse any attempt to inject division and disunion among the Muslim Ummah.